Hey, what's going on, guys? Keyshawn McNeil back with another update. Today, I'm going to venture off the beaten path a little bit. I'm going to talk about a little experience I had this past weekend. We got some snow here in the Washington metropolitan area, and went out hunting for some sleds for my twins, right? And so, after 4 or 5 stores, I actually found some sleds, believe it or not, at a gun range. They sell bait and tackle, and they, have a firearms range and, that type of hardware, outdoorsy type store. But made a call there. They had some sleds, the perfect sleds for my family, and my kids enjoyed them sledding down the hill. But I learned something. So I'm at the register, and, I see a sign that says, I see a sign that says, if you own a medical marijuana card in the state of Maryland, you cannot purchase a gun or firearm, to be politically correct, right? So I was like, wow, I didn't know that. I don't smoke cannabis, but I'm sure there are a lot of people who smoke cannabis and have legal marijuana cards. I'm pretty sure they don't know that, right? So, so I decided to do some research, right? So there was a bill passed in March of, I think it was 2019. The Maryland State Senate passed a bill, I think they call it SB 97, that would allow Maryland medical cannabis patients to actually own a firearm. So they passed it with a vote of 46-0, by the full Senate. Okay. And after the Senate Judiciary Proceedings Committee passed it, by an 11-0 margin in March of that following year. So check this out. So we're still dealing with the Fed is law. So even in states where they have recreational cannabis and medical marijuana, cannabis is regarding that, the Fed still says no to all that, right? So be aware, and I actually asked the lady at the register, I was like, man, this is interesting. I did not know this. She says, you'd be surprised how many people aren't aware. And so, went on asking, well, how do you guys know if someone has a card or not? So apparently there's a database that they look in, and, so they're going to ask you the question. So you got to be honest. If you're not honest, that's going to disqualify you anyway. But just so you guys know, my Marylanders, right, there is a database that they'll look up and they'll see your name in there. And if you have a medical marijuana card, they will not sell you a firearm. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is all the stores in Maryland, but I'm about 98% sure that is the case, because, the gun laws, they kind of follow the Fed. They don't follow the state. Right. So, man, when I found that out, I was like, whoa, that's information I need to share with my listeners, man. So also we crossed 500 subscribers, man. So I want to thank you guys for that feat. Those who've been kind of just checking out the updates and offering feedback to the channel, I really appreciate it. And also received some feedback to do more things like this, more up-to-date information in terms of just other things that impact the world outside of just career advancement and financial hacks. So here's my shot at it. I'm doing that for you guys. And I came to you with the first one, man. I did not know that. I may be the last person in the world that didn't know that, but I didn't know it. So I wanted to share this with my subscribers and the world for that matter on YouTube. So, man, if you have a medical marijuana card in the state of Maryland, you cannot legally purchase a firearm. And I'm pretty sure it's the same way in other states as well that have recreational as well as medical marijuana cards as well. So, man, take note, you're going to either have the medical marijuana card or you're going to have the firearm. I don't see the federal government, I don't see the Fed coming to grips with the medical marijuana just yet. I think that once, I'm going to say a little bit over half the states have some type of recreational or medical marijuana situation going on, I think then the Fed will probably step in and just tax all of it, and just like they did with alcohol and cigarettes for that matter at one point. But they're not there yet. So, guys, if you are thinking about purchasing a firearm and you have a medical marijuana card, I'm going to save you some time and say it probably won't happen. And if you were kind of on the brink of thinking about getting a medical marijuana card, really think hard about it, because it could impede you with trying to buy a firearm later down the road. And if it doesn't matter to you, it doesn't apply. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope, as always, you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful week. And as always, run your race.